What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. Live some breaking news report. Earlier today, I talked about a statement issued by Charles Barkley of TNT Sports, where he voiced his displeasure at the NBA essentially ignoring the fact that TNT had matched the offer made by Amazon Prime of $1.8 billion for the next contractual agreement, ignoring the fact that they matched it, which was in their contract, and instead going with Amazon Prime because, as he said, he didn't want to piss them off. Um, so he basically said a goodbye to those he have worked with in TNT over the past 24 years, and maybe essentially a goodbye to fans. So this is something that has been announced within the last hour or so. Warner Brothers, no, Warner Mina, excuse me. Warner Brothers Discovery. I was right the first time. Warner Brothers Discovery, which owns TNT, has filed a breach of contract against the NBA, alleging the league violated a media rights agreement with its TNT cable network by striking a deal with Amazon's Prime Video. Warner sought to exercise a clause in its contract allowing it to match rival bids. That was something that was announced about 5 or 6 days ago. The NBA rejected that move this week when it announced they set up new deals valued at $77 billion Wednesday, saying TNT's offer did not match the terms of Amazon's. Although Amazon's deal with the NBA is to stream games on Prime Video, TNT said in its suit, that the Amazon offer is, quote, unmistakably a third-party offer, and the league had, quote, no right to honor its match. This should be the end of the story. The complaint said the suit was filed in a New York court. The NBA has not commented on this suit. Look, this is outside of my pay grade as far as legal issues. Okay, I'm not a lawyer. I won't profess to be. Um, Only thing I can say is if it's determined in the contract that they did violate the terms of agreement, um, I don't know how much politics will play in this, though. You know what I'm saying? Politics could play a big role and a big factor in how they go with this. Uh, as Barkley alluded to, you got big tech companies on the side of Amazon. They're taking over everything. So, I don't know whether the law will be upheld in its strictest form here or whether there'll be some shenanigans. So I look at it as 50-50 how it's going to go. Maybe, or maybe even 60-40. 60-40, you know, 45-55. Let me stop. I don't know how this is going to go, y'all. I don't know whether ultimately this would go in favor of TNT or Amazon. But one thing I do feel is that this will not be something swift. This will probably be a long, drawn out, protracted battle um, where it may not be determined who has the rights until maybe sometime around the time that TNT's rights will actually come to an end. Um, I do know the NBA is shady, led by greedy executives and greedy individuals who are definitely putting money and profit in front of the fans. I know I got a little bit of a mixed bag as far as responses in the comment section, but the majority of people enjoy the NBA on TNT. And the NBA has been affiliated with TNT for 40 years. So, at the end of the day, it'll be a big, and I'm not even certain if people in this country are willing to pay Amazon, all these different packages to get games for streaming. But as has been noted, the streaming packages really are for people who aren't from here. The NBA is more concerned about the expansion of the NBA, especially over in Europe and China. They're looking at that. Okay. They're looking at subscriptions over there. They're looking at turning the NBA into from a entity that can get a $76 billion deal to a $200 billion deal. They want to get to the point where they perhaps overtake the NFL in maybe 10 or 15 years. That's what they're looking for. And we look at the game itself, even though the NBA will always, I was just talking about this with a friend of mine yesterday. Although the NBA will always try to manufacture an American-born superstar to be the face of the league. Right now, it's LeBron Ramon James. I get the sense they're grooming a guy like Anthony Edwards to be the next face of the NBA so that the fans in this country can root for somebody they can relate to. In reality, the game is changing to a European style. That's why on all these rosters, you're seeing all these European players. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not Gilbert Arenas, but I am recognizing what's going on here. You know what I'm saying? I do recognize that they are trying to augment the game to best suit a global audience. That's why, on all these rosters, you're seeing certain players. The last, five, I'm trying to think, since 2019 at least, all of the MVPs have been foreign-born. Many of the new stars have been foreign-born. The players coming into the league, they're dominating. They've changed and augment rules so that it benefits for European players. So that does play a role in this. But anyway, this is definitely going to be something that gets nasty. You know what I'm saying? But my thing about it is, the way I look at it is, once Charles Barkley retires after next year, will it be worth it? Because I get the sense that they're trying to replace him with maybe Draymond Green or somebody. I don't know. Draymond, he's definitely going to be with Turner Sports. So I don't know. Maybe it will be enjoyable. But a lot of people look at that show as on its last legs anyway, because like I said, Charles has made the show. And once he leaves, it's going to take a long time for people to get used to the new crowd people. But anyway, tell me what you guys think.